Welcome in on this Friday afternoon, a beautiful day in the Midwest, downtown Chicago, Illinois. We're west of there in Lamont, Illinois at the Chicago Blaze Rugby facility. The Thunderbird Cup comes your way, and the first match we have today is on the women's side. U23's Allegheny taking on Iowa. Ben Holden with you along with Ryan Gray. Ryan's in Iowa. I'm outside of Detroit. We're excited to call the next three matches here we've got coming up here from Lamont, Illinois. To see the facility, it's an outstanding facility for rugby in the Midwest. Great program, great outfit Chicago has built, and they've got a top-notch rugby facility for these matches here today and throughout the weekend. Ryan, let's get a look at the rosters, the team sheets for this one. We'll start first with Allegheny. Take us through it.
Yeah, looking in this front row, Kyla Nintars, the hook, she's going to really hold it down from St. Bonaventure, really leading that front row. Malazi in the second row there at lock, really leading that engine room. Look for Bafano at 8 to really hold this pack together. Then moving to that back line, the scrum half, Avery Merklin. At 18 years old, how can she keep this back line together and lead them through phases? We'll keep an eye on that, as well as Hillman at 15 at fullback. Then moving into the Iowa roster, looking at Waverly Shellrocks, Madison Heinrich at prop. She's been playing at Sacred Heart. Really look for her to pick up the pace for this forward pack. Then at 7 from the University of Northern Iowa, Esparza. Look for her to be flying around, making tackles all day, leading the work rate in this pack. Then moving into the back line, one player to watch out for, Hannah Roth at number 13. Coming back from a leg injury, this is one of the first matches she'll be playing since that injury. Look for her to find some line breaks, look for space, and get her teammates involved. We've got an awesome match to start things off this weekend. Iowa in the white, taking the field now.
All right, good stuff, Ryan. Great to be with Ryan here. We'll have this one coming your way. We'll also have another match coming up right after this one with Chicago Area Rugby Football Union taking on Indiana. Then we'll jump over to the men's side in the Cup.
He just gave me a thumbs
round,
up.
Game 1, Match 1, Allegheny and Minnesota. So as Ryan mentioned, Iowa in those white tops, white kits, that's Allegheny there.
Jay, confirm?
Jake Winkler is in the middle. Dan Houlihan and Liv Iluz are the assistant referees today. Big opportunity, great stage for these young women here today, Ryan. We're excited to be with you here on Next Level Rugby and call the action for you here for the next 6 hours. So Allegheny underway with a short kick, and it's taken on the hop here by Iowa.
It's ripped up by Green.
You mentioned, Ryan, a lot of Northern Iowa players on this side. You're very familiar with them. The ball was turned over there and came into the hands there of Mackenzie Adley. So good continuity, you would think, on the Iowa side, correct, Ryan?
Right, and with the head coach, Megan Flanagan, she's the head coach of the University of Northern Iowa. You're always looking for continuity. Which of these teams pulling players from all over? Who can find continuity first? And I think this Iowa squad has an advantage with this UNI and then Iowa State core as well. A lot of these players played in high school together. Really excited to see what they can do here.
Yeah, the connectivity is so important in this sport. As you know, you're watching, you know rugby, you're into rugby, and that's the way it works. And here's a kick near the far touch line. And it goes into touch over there. It'll be possessed here by Allegheny. They'll have the restart coming up here nearly a minute into the match. I beg your pardon, they're going to say it's going the other way.
Well, I was going to say here, both these teams just kind of feeling each other out. Iowa trying to just make something happen with that kick, something a little cheeky early. And it looks like, we were going to have an Allegheny lineout, but Iowa, great territory here, starting things off early.
Yeah, great opportunity for them. Here they go in the set piece. Not a strong throw. It's deflected and came into the hands of Allegheny, so they get it back about the same spot we thought they would have it in before the referees discussed here, and now they'll carry, and 2-3 meters gain there as they lay back in the breakdown in the ruck now, taking a look and playing that ball back as their 9, who Ryan talked about, 18 years old, Avery Merklin. Now mishandled. Iowa could not gather, but it's going to be knocked on here, and we'll restart here.
Yeah, this pressure defense really frustrating Allegheny. Iowa doing a great job coming up quick, forcing those bad passes. They can hear the footsteps coming and just lost it there, but it's going to be off Iowa for the scrum. Great job here, really pushing the pressure early. Actually, sorry, that's going to be a scrum to Iowa.
Yeah, it was Shayla Murphy there, the fullback, number 15, that, as you said, those footsteps put a little bit of pressure on.
Bind. Set.
The beautiful game on display. Iowa comes out with it inside of the 22-meter. Another pass that goes off the shoulder there. Allegheny, though, with possession, they get to it. And they'll try to restart deep in their own territory.
Advantage over.
Hear that referee microphone throughout the match here today. Always great to hear the sounds from down at pitch level. Good job by Iowa on the defensive side here. Going east to west is Allegheny. No forward progress really at all on that carry or the previous carry for Allegheny.
And you can see Allegheny, just a very basic attack here, and now trying to get creative because that's not working. A very deep kick here, and what a look, and just flipping the territory. Let's see what Iowa can do now.
Yeah, bombed down there to the 10-meter mark, and now Iowa back with it. Good carry here. About a 10, 12-meter gain on it. Carolina Martinez, the LaSalle product, is the number 9 for Iowa. She'll team up with Emma Hastings. That 9-10 combo, always so important, always so critical, as we talked about with some of that continuity, and a good carry here from Madison Heinrichs. Ryan, you touched on her, plays at Sacred Heart.
Yeah, out of the program, Waverly Shellrock, one of the top high school programs in the state of Iowa. Really great to see her doing well at the next level, but a penalty and a quick tap there by Allegheny, and they're off and running.
Kayla Nentars, the St. Bonaventure product, what a program they've got in the college ranks. Whether it's the men's 15s, the men's 7s, women's 15s, or women's 7s, they're a very good rugby program and a factory. They put several players in the Pro League here in the United States and Major League Rugby, and this is a penalty going for Allegheny here. They didn't roll away in time, did Iowa?
Yeah, Ben, when you say St. Bonaventure, that's a name I'm going to circle on a select side team that I'm watching out for that player. You take another look here, a great physical tackle there from Iowa, and just the timing is not there yet.
So here comes Allegheny again, their best field position so far in the match. 9 meters over halfway as they go to work. The line there, you get a good look. It's set for Iowa. Carry here from Layla Malozzi. One of those two locks wearing number 5 is Malozzi. Little dummy, nice smart play there from Nentars. And Allegheny now, they're trying to enter the opposition 22 for the first time in the match. Hillman worked it back, but a good, smart, timely play there on the tackle from Wilkeson. He's a UNI Panther. And
Antosh needs to be higher on the next ruck, please.
Big part of this side. Merklin worked it back. To it again from the base. Offload there, short touch from Adley, Mackenzie Adley, the 10 for Allegheny. Nearly 6 minutes in. Iowa's been down just inside of the 22 once. Now Allegheny on cue. They get inside, about 4 meters inside of Iowa's 22-meter line.
Allegheny just really grinding down this Iowa team, just straight at them. The creativity, they don't need it. They're just going straight down the field, marching their way for meters.
Old-fashioned rugby. That was Weston had one of those carries. The center, number 12 in there for Allegheny. Now Iowa.
Entry, number 2. Leave it.
And there's the call from our referee. So it's a penalty, and it's turned over by Allegheny after all that good work they put together, Ryan.
Oh, and as a forward, it can be frustrating where you're working, you're seeing the meters, you're getting it done, and then just one pass to that outside leads to that knock on leads to a penalty, and now Iowa flips the field, and you can just see just the timing was off. They were doing such a great job pounding it up the middle. They want to get those backs involved. The timing just wasn't there, and you're going to see that in the early stages of these matches as they try to find that continuity.
All right, so I gleaned that you were a forward when you played, or you still play. Ryan and I have never met. Just met here about an hour ago talking down the line. So what's your spot? Where do you play? Where did you play in rugby, Ryan?
Yeah, so I am partial to the front row. I am a tight head prop, still playing for the West Line Wombats. And we're off and running.
It's not straight.
Shameless plug.
Kai,
Yeah.
Scrum chosen here, please.
So there you have it. It'll be a scrum here for Allegheny.
And our first real look here at these two packs. It'll be interesting to watch who can set the tone here in this one right in front of our camera. A great view of both sides here.
Yep, good look at it. Beautiful day in Lamont, Illinois,
Coach!
west of downtown Chicago.
Bind! I've asked you to keep the space. That's the far side coming together. Let's keep it. Crouch!
Good instruction there from our referee in the middle. We'll line up and get set again here.
Break foot green! Number 3, up.
All right, Ryan, that's your spot, number 3 there. What happened there?
So as that tight head, you got to make sure you're coming in straight and you're not driving upward. That's what caused all the falling down, the chaos that took place. That is the responsibility of that tight head for the safety and for the structure. So again, watch on that far side on the right side of the white scrum, left side of the green scrum, and she's driving upward. It's her responsibility to bring that down, and that's what collapses that scrum. Penalty to Allegheny.
White 5.
So line out coming up here for Allegheny. Just over 9 minutes gone here in the match. So here's a line out opportunity for Allegheny. They tip it back off the jumper there, and then the ball into the hands of Adley. Adley unable to hang on to it. Iowa gets it right back here off the miscue from Allegheny. And the handling's certainly been noticeable here so far. It's not been sharp here, Ryan. Both these sides, I'm sure, looking to get that part of their group dialed in a little bit better.
Yeah, just maintaining ball. They can't set anything up if they don't have possession of the ball. So really looking for them to really tighten those lanes up, shorten those passes, and really get those hands out in front.
Yeah, you got to be sure you're on your game, and sometimes it takes a few minutes. Sometimes it takes 15 or 20 minutes for that to kind of settle in, and so far it's been something that's bit both these sides in the match to this point. U23 matchups here all weekend long.
Must roll.
Got another call here, and this one's going to go the way of Iowa here. They'll go tap and go on the restart.
Yep,
Esparza there with that tap and go.
Bailed out there by another penalty, not 10. That pass was just off the mark, and you saw just a kick there. So they'll go back to the mark and go again. And let's see a more organized attack here out of this penalty.
Time off. Kai, where you at? I'll come to you. It's cool. We're not going to have any more not back 10, okay? Bring him back with you every time.
Love that about the sport, Ryan.
Shot. Thank you.
Very clear expectations there set by the ref. Captain makes it known to her team.
Yep. Captain Kyla Nentars. We've talked about a couple of times. So not the first infraction. And now Iowa, they're going to put one here, and they're going to take the point opportunity here. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I think as a coach, you want to take the points. As a player, you probably want to keep playing because you feel the offense is moving. But I like this call here. Get the points early as teams are trying to find their handles.
This is Hannah Roth, who Ryan talked about when we came on the air with that kick attempt, coming back from a knee injury, just returning from that. Off the mark, though, we stay scoreless here in the 12th minute.
Drop.
Looked like a good strike there, but just a little to the side. And you can see the flags are straight down, so no wind there. but looking for those points early, but a 22 drop now to get us going. And we're about 10 minutes into this match. They're still trying to fill each other out, still trying to find that rhythm.
You can go anywhere you like.
Yeah, and I like the point you made, Ryan, about, look, you're not in sync. Neither one of these sides is in sync. So I like the thought process there of taking that opportunity of points. I know you did as well, as you mentioned. Here's Iowa, though. They got it right back. They got a chance to get home here inside of the 22. Just over 10 meters from the line, but Allegheny stealing that one in the breakdown. So the deepest penetration either side has made in this match, and now Allegheny trying to get it away. There's the call once again on the 9 of Iowa, Martinez.
Allegheny's done a great job when their backspin against the wall. They've been able to create turnovers almost at will, and their penalty count has been low when they've been attempting to create those turnovers. So gaining some territory here through the kick. But yeah, you can just see from the side here that penalty led to that kick. Now they're going to take the territory, going for the line out. Let's see if they can get something moving here as they are working from just outside the 22.
Set piece opportunity for them here. Entars with the throw. She's their captain. As we touched on, the product of St. Bonaventure. Tap back there. And it's a miscue against Allegheny here. So Iowa, they're going to have a great opportunity here. Knocking on the door once again here, Ryan.
Yeah, and it'll be exciting to see if they can get this ball to those centers and run a play off of this, because this is a great scoring opportunity. You go for the kick, didn't go your way, but you're right back where you were. You're out nothing here.
And they drop it right there into the hands of Esparza. She goes right down to the floor. Quickly worked from the base by Martinez now. Alyssa Bird, the carry, the Iowa State Cyclone.
You can go if you like.
Like that was up high. Quick tap and go restart from Hastings. She'll carry. She works it back, finds Roth. Little fend from Roth. Roth, good ball, offloaded, mishandled, went backwards though.
Knock forward.
I believe, no, they're saying it was not. It went forward. It's a knock on, another handling error.
Yeah, unfortunate there because Roth, she did some great work to create space, took on 3 defenders. She was making some moves happen and just offload just a little bit off the mark. Timing just a little bit not there, but goes to ground. And we do have a player down. It looked like 2 on that quick tap. There might have been an Iowa player that was down. And then now we have an Allegheny player as well. So just taking a quick break here and a talk from the trainer. But Iowa, I think maybe getting a little tri-line fever, getting a little too excited as they're just inching closer to that tri-line. It happens. But maybe take a breath here, calm down, and see what they can do.
Yeah, indeed the case. It's a beautiful day in Lamont, Illinois, where we're at, where these matches are being played throughout the weekend. Next Level Rugby, I'll have them for you today. Ryan and I've got the next 3 coming up. We've got the Women's Cup semi with Chicago Area Rugby Football Union and Indiana, and then we'll have a Men's Cup match. That'll be between Allegheny and Minnesota to close our day out here, and then a lot of action. You're working over the weekend too, right, Ryan?
That's right, all day Saturday and Sunday.
Attaboy. Great to be with you today, and great to be a part of the broadcast here today. Yeah, 81 degrees right now in Lamont, Illinois. You're going to have good weather, too. You don't have to worry about those dirty rugby words of rain and lightning. It looks beautiful the next couple of days. So there's been a change and a substitution, we're told, as Mackenzie Adley is out of the match. They're 10, Ryan, so a change there. And by what we're seeing, they've only got 1 player, so it's got to be Peyton Olivius that has come in. She's the only reserve they had listed today. So that's a big change for them. You got to
be on the side, not across. You got to be at this side of her center line. Here we go. Crouch.
Yeah, and Peyton Olivius from Wheeling University stepping in. She's listed as reserve number 1, so it'll be interesting to see how they change their lineup for their fly half.
Yeah, good point. I was thinking the same thing, partner. So we'll see what they do if they put her into that spot or they shift somebody else to play in the fly half position. Kick, not much on it, and Iowa's got an opportunity. Can they get to the corner and get home? They are going to do just that. They take it back on the short kick. Smiley takes it home. The Iowa Hawkeye has the first points in the match. It's 5-0.
And sometimes there's no plan. You just take that space that's given to you, and you can see catching this restart kick or off the scrum, they kick it, and she just takes the corner. I'm going to test myself one-on-one and see if you can beat me there, and takes it. Great support there by Roth if needed, but she does the work herself. Great job to get Iowa on the board. Allegheny, they had to get themselves out of that position, and the kick just goes straight to the hands of one of the most dangerous weapons on this Iowa backline.
Yeah, the right winger, Lalise Smiley. Tough kick from the 22 up against that touch line. Does it get through? And it does. And that's a beautiful strike. And Iowa's got the lead here. It's a 7-0 match. That's a big-time kick.
What a kick from the sideline. You know, you get that first one warmed up on that penalty kick just off to the left, and then you get slotted from the sideline and make that. What an awesome bounce back there. And then again, look at the team here. You love to see it on these select side teams where all these players are coming from different teams and they're all cheering for their former rival, now teammate for the weekend. You love to see that.
Yeah, you sure do. And you know, as we touched on, a lot of UNI products on the Iowa side, some Hawkeyes, a couple Cyclones mixed in there as well. A couple out of LaSalle, easy for me to say, on there as well. And here's Iowa getting it, of course, right back here, leading 7-0 into the 16th minute here. And this women's plate semifinal matchup. Next one for UNI partner will be the Cup semi. Chicago Area Rugby Football Union and Indiana. That'll come up right after this one is concluded. Short break in between, and then we'll tee it up and get right back to it for the first of three for Ryan and I here today. Good to have you with us wherever you're watching today. Brought to you by Next Level Rugby and our guy Ryan Ginty and all the crew on site in Lamont. And in the studio as well with Ryan. Here's Iowa. They work it free. Thought about the kick, though. They play it back. That one did go backwards. Good bounce. And laid back, and they'll let their 9 get in there. Martinez, she'll go work it back to the 22. It was Bird on the carry, but yeah, it took way too long for her to release that ball.
Back up.
Yeah, number 8, running alone from Iowa. The support is not there. And this Allegheny team, whether there's someone there to ruck or not, they've been contesting at the breakdown and really pushing back on this Iowa team. I think if they keep bringing that physicality at the breakdown, they're going to win more of these penalties.
Yeah, my apologies. That was Sophia Karthik with the carry. Now here's an opportunity for Allegheny. Good job to keep those legs moving by Madison Moeller there, the tight head prop. So Allegheny now.
Oh, I've got backwards all day. That one's
Not as far as they've been into the 22. But they knock it on. Another miscue, another handling error turned in by Allegheny. So Iowa right back to it quickly.
There's no advantage. We'll come back. Knock on.
Yeah, and going back to that knock on for another scrum. You know, we talked about the universities that are making up this U23.
Appreciate that.
And going to Madison Moeller here from St. Bonaventure, just great effort to continue to churn those legs, pop back up when not held onto, and just continues running. And that's what I was going to say. We're seeing a lot of players from University of Pittsburgh, St. Bonaventure, Buffalo, Wheeling. Those are the big squads that are making up this team.
Yeah, some great programs in college rugby here in the United States. Put in here for Iowa, it's Carolina Martinez. Out it comes, Karthik with it, got rid of the ball into the try score out on that right side. Breaks away and trying to break all the way. A little bit of a fend there, shoves off with that right hand. What a carry turned in there from Smiley. She's flipping the pitch. This is Bird with the carry now.
No hands green. Thank you.
So Iowa back on the attack here in the 19th minute. Anna Roth, couple of carries already. She works it back, finds Hennings. Hennings stood up and taken down to the floor.
Don't pull. Not one of your options, 14.
Now trying to slip through there is the 9 for Iowa. That's Martinez, Carolina Martinez.
Hands in.
But that's a call that's going to hurt Iowa here. Yep. Take a look back here.
Hands in.
Yep.
So there you can see the pick and go from Carolina Martinez, and just great effort from Allegheny in the breakdown. A 1-on-2, and she's just able to create that penalty, bails them out as they could feel the shadow of the goalpost. And Iowa catches that, doesn't find touch.
Yeah, another short kick, Ryan, and the Iowa try that came back in the 15th was taken by Smiley and taken back, but Allegheny gets a bit of a break here. And there's the tackle into touch, so they turn him over again to Allegheny.
Still great territory here for Iowa, but Allegheny gets another
20.
go at the line out. Great heads-up play by the winger to drag that runner into touch to get the ball back for her team.
Yep, you always got to be aware over there, right? You got to know where you're at. It's easier said than done, right? But you got to know where you're at in regards to that line, because like it did there, it can cost you possession.
Definitely, and the line out goes to Allegheny hands, but as they tip it down to the scrum half, just notice just out in front of those hands, and just leads to a knock on. A huge scoring opportunity here from Iowa, especially as we're 20 minutes into this first half. They want to walk away with points out of this set piece.
Oh, yeah, Allegheny, they sure like to use that kind of that one touch and knock that ball down, right? They don't seem to be catching it in those lineouts.
Yeah, you wonder if maybe more control, less chance it has to hit the deck. Why not take the safer play here, slow things down, maintain possession, and build off of that.
Crouch.
Big opportunity here, 10 meters out for Iowa. Scrum for them.
Set.
Martinez gets it right back now. Looking to offload that ball was Hastings, but she went down to the floor, could not make the play. Martinez from the base, trying to slip through here. Iowa to the line. They get there. They get near the line. They get it down. Yep, they grounded that ball, touching down, and Iowa's got its second try here in the 21st minute. They take a 12-0 lead here, Ryan.
What a nice line there from Bailey Sherman from the University of Iowa. Both tries from this Iowa team coming from the Iowa Hawkeye products. And notice there, great effort to make sure she gets that pressure down. She gets that try very close to a knock on. You see the referee look to the AR just to double check, make sure we got it right. And we do here. And great placement here for a conversion kick. But a nice hard line there for the in center, Sherman, to extend this lead. Definitely just willed her way through that line.
Should be a chip shot, as I like to say, for Roth, right in front of the post, and indeed it is. So no broadcast jinx on that one, Ryan. And Roth making her return as we look back one more time here at the try from Sherman.
And a great step inside and just ran through that last tackle. I mean, she was head up on that defender, straight in front of her. A great step to create that space, and then it's hard. You can't tackle someone with just your arms as they're running full speed. So great effort there. And again, with about 20 minutes to go in this first half, Iowa starting to pull a little bit away, maybe. But, I think Allegheny, as their continuity improves and they can get more of a sustained offense, look for them to punch back right here.
Yeah, and if you look back at both the passages that Iowa scored on, both short, great position on the pitch. They've taken advantage. The first one on the kick by Smiley. Sherman caps that one off, so they've been very opportunistic when they've been given those short pitches to work with, and you got to do that. That's why they're up 14-0 at this point. Allegheny on the restart. Here they come. See if they can counter the second try in the match. They've scored, Iowa has, in the 15th and 21st minutes. Roth with a penalty goal attempt. Look out, and an intercept here, and Iowa trying to add to their lead, and they outrun the pack and get through. They won't. They offload the ball back. It went backwards. No, yes, it did. Make sure that with the signal from the referee, they did have that go backwards now. Here's Martinez. Martinez works it out there. Speed coming now once again, and here is Roth coming back from the knee injury, and what a return she's made here, Ryan. She gets a try after the conversion. Here coming in the 24th, and Iowa leads at 19-0.
And it all started, great cherry pick there from Emma Hastings to put them in this position. And then look at this line, running at full pace. She's got support runners with her, but she just sees all the green space to the corner,
wider, please,
and she
15.
challenges the defense here. Again, she comes out of nowhere on your screen and is able to take that angle. And again, I love that support of 3 runners. She's got options on the left, the right, but she's going to do it herself. She's got the gas to do it. Great work there, and extending this lead quickly and showing how dangerous this team can be when they can catch those passes at pace. And then now she's taking a quick drink before the kick, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, great to see her back, and you mentioned that. You shared that with us before we came on the air about her returning, and anytime you got to come through an injury like that, it's always a grind for any athlete in any sport, and you tip your cap to her as she's come back and put on quite a showing here 24 minutes into the match. Can she convert this one? We shall see here. She'll strike with the right. But no, she'll push it. Not enough on it. Not enough distance. Not enough line. And here's a look back here, Ryan, at the try from Hannah Roth.
And again, you can see this defense. You see these 3 defenders not in that flat line. They're playing catch-up at this moment. You count 4 jerseys, and we also have another wing on the outside. You see the fullback from Allegheny deep trying to cross over as well. It was a 2-on-0 on the outside, and even if they had the speed, she had the options, but she's going to take that all day. If you give her that space, she's going to take it. Great setup there from the entire Iowa team. The whole back line makes that happen.
Yep. Pretty stuff indeed from Roth and company. Now Iowa on top, 19-0. Here they come with a burst of speed here on that return from the kick. 15 minutes remaining in half number 1. Allegheny in a 19-0 hole.
Offside.
There is the call. Offside against Allegheny, and Iowa wants to go quick, and they do.
Fine. Give me a lift 7, you can get that, okay?
Sherman down on the floor, put that ball back in that ruck. Now Iowa charging over halfway. Great carry here from Wilkeson. The UNI Panther with a carry there. Martinez from the base, frees it. Good hands back there, and then bowling over the defender there. Young lady with those great hands for the big collision that she won. Now, once again, here's Ross. She gets through, breaks through inside of the 22, trying to get free and does. Keeps those legs going. And she's got a pair of tries here in a short matter of time. In 2 minutes, Roth has put 2 down for Iowa.
She's definitely finding her pace in this match. Great catch. You see it's up high and a little behind, but that doesn't slow her down at all. She has her lane set up, and a great step here. The defender able to hold that jersey, but she just runs right through it. Again, just a great gap. Those 2 defenders, just enough space for her to sneak through, and she has that acceleration where they think they can catch up, make maybe that backside tackle. She's able to burst through. They don't even have a chance. Runs through that arm tackle and dots it down. And like you said, 2 tries in just a couple minutes, responsible for their kicks as well. She's doing it all. She definitely feels like she has that confidence right now. And look for this Iowa squad to continue to feed her the ball. And Allegheny look to key on her, and then that's going to open up some more options. But again, a fantastic player. So glad to see her back on the pitch.
How about this strike with the right? That one is money, so it's a 21. I beg your pardon, it's a 26-0 lead now after the conversion here for Iowa. Another look at it.
Yeah, again, just look at that. Great job to turn her body just so slightly to get the defender to commit that step, and then immediately cuts back in. Defender's hips, they're already gone. And she knows try line's waiting for her.
Iowa's really blown this thing open, scoring in the 15th, 24th, and 26th minutes. 21st minute as well. 4 tries for them here in this half. They are controlling this one completely. Your Allegheny, what's got to happen, Ryan? What's got to turn around for you at this point, down by 26?
They're doing a great job at the breakdown, challenging going for the poach, going for the steal. I think they need to continue to do that because when Iowa has enough time to get it out wide, you can see their runners running. So mess things up down in the middle of the field, create those turnovers. They're doing a great job finding turnovers and penalties. They got to keep doing that and applying that pressure before Iowa can get it out to their runners and strikers.
No advantage.
See if they can do that. We're coming back to play an restart after an advantage was being played there.
And, you know, Ben, for context, last year, Iowa was in the Tier 1 of this competition. They ended up finishing 4th. They went 0-2, which relegated them to now they are in the plate championship bracket. So Allegheny, they finished in 8th place. They were in the bottom of Tier 2 last year. So both these teams looking to, you know, gain some respect off of last year's finish, where Allegheny, the only way up is their only option. And for Iowa, they want to go back to Tier 1. So a big matchup here in this first one. But to give some context what these teams are playing for, Iowa trying to get back into Tier 1, Allegheny looking to build and go higher in the rankings from last year.
Good stuff from Ryan Gray. Ben Holden with you as well here. And busy weekend of rugby here from the Chicago Blaze Rugby facility west of downtown Chicago. Full days on Saturday and Sunday. You can watch it all right here on Next Level Rugby. Here comes Roth again. She is possessed, gets that ball free. Near the 22 again is Iowa. The carry there from Sherman. She's a try scorer in this first half, but it's turned over. Allegheny, they needed that for sure, Ryan. As you said, they've got to find a way to come up with some balls. They kick this one, but it's a short kick, and Iowa will get it right back. And it's right into the hands of Heinrichs. Heinrichs, the prop, showing some skills. But it's going to come back here as that one was tossed forward. And there's the call from our referee.
Back 10 white, please.
And this is exactly what Allegheny needs to do to get back into this. Iowa was doing a great job getting the ball into their backline's hands, breaking line, but creating a quick turnover. These Iowa runners, they're doing a great job breaking line and running, but they're running away from their support. And you see here, that's why it's a penalty. There was a knock-on.
Yep.
She goes to kick it as the Allegheny player is going to pick it up. Dangerous play, penalty, kick to touch, line out to Allegheny.
Shayla Murphy, the guilty one there for trying to kick that, or kicking it, in fact, when the hands were down there. And that's a no-no. So Allegheny needs something to happen here. They got to get on the board here. Carry there from Hallie Hummel.
Okay.
Now this will help their cause here. Big break here. The fend, but the tackle made about 4 meters shy of halfway. Iowa trying to turn them over, though. Allegheny will keep possession in that breakdown. Good run here. Way to keep those legs moving. Nice, solid pickup there. Looked like Moeller on the carry there, the tight head. Stopped in her tracks there, and down to the floor they go.
Was it this player number 8 right here?
Romano the carry there. Merklin frees it.
Playing penalty advantage.
Now Allegheny, you heard, penalty advantage. Iowa's got it. Yep, we're going to come back.
And we were talking earlier with the injury to the fly half from Allegheny. They move Annabeth Weston, their inside center. She's been playing that fly half role, and it's working on this possession here. They're just marching down the field. Great stuff here.
See if they can take advantage here with the penalty. They're going to have the kick here.
You have a minute.
Yeah, Adley went out several minutes ago here in this first half. They're starting fly half.
Yeah, this doesn't. Time's on. It's not an injury. You can choose a scrum.
That's Malozzi,
Scrum chosen.
who had to come off.
Malozzi, one of the few players, this is U23, you don't have to be on a college roster. It's for anyone who's under 23, right? Yeah, so she plays for the club team, the Rochester Renegades. So one of the few senior members who's in that U23 bracket. Really interesting to see how those experiences interact with these kids that are playing in college at the same time.
Yeah, good point. Well, scrum here. Allegheny will have it. 33rd minute, nearing the 34th here, and a 26-0 lead for Iowa.
No more white.
Here comes Allegheny now. Merklin. Normally she's pulling it from the base, but she was the one with the carry and had to lay it back there.
Stay.
See if they can get her back into position to kind of run the show here. She does. Hanging on, trying to get the ball carried down. The Iowa side able to do so. Merklin to it. Go deep with it. Got the option out there if they want it. The ball in the hands of Hillman. Hillman's still going.
Advantage.
Advantage here for Allegheny. Into the 22 on the carry. Ball flipped out. Nice little play there to the edge and a big shot delivered over there on that winger over there. That was Shermer that went flying into touch here as we look back here, Ryan.
And what a great little offload here. The little flick on the sideline. Great precision pass there, but what a hard hit. Wing on wing. Great tackle into touch, but we're going to go back to the penalty here. Iowa, they wanted to make something happen. They're trying to create turnover ball, but hands in the ruck or a little too early there creates that penalty, gives Allegheny new life with a chance to score their first points of the match.
Yeah, they certainly need it here. Down 26. Cronenberg with the carry there.
Tacklers away!
Merklin takes a look and
I'll go check that
eventually plays that ball back. Good job with the feet. Deepest they've been inside of the 5 is Allegheny. Merklin trying to find it in there, but forward grabs it in there. A couple meters away from the line. Allegheny trying to break the seal here and get home for the first time in this first half, but they're stood up and forced back by Iowa here. Now they get it free. Tough run, tough carry to the line. That one's home. They get down. Madison Moeller touches down, and Allegheny is on the board. It's 26-5.
Great effort there from the entire forward pack from this Allegheny squad. Just grinding down this Iowa team. We said it earlier, if they want to get back into this match, it's going to be straight through this Iowa squad, and they do it here for their first points of the match. And Madison Moeller from St. Bonaventure making sure it gets done. Easy to find her with that bright scrum cap, the bright pink. Definitely awesome to see them get those points right before halftime here. And again, I think if they want to continue to chip away at this lead, it's got to be won at the breakdown. That's where Iowa's committing the most penalties that they've seen, and that's where Allegheny is finding the most success.
Yeah, and a lengthy passage. They marched quite a ways down the pitch. Remember, they were back inside of their 22, and that's a really good passage of play for them to get on the board here. They'll have plenty of time to try to get another one here. We'll see how they do on this conversion attempt here from Nentars. It's low, and it misses the mark, so it stays 26-5 here in the 37th minute now.
2 to go.
Yeah, and both these teams want to hold tight here before halftime, and we'll take another look. That Iowa defense, you just see so many defenders committed into that breakdown. Now the back line has to get involved into the pick-and-go situation or the quick little crash ball, and it creates just enough space, and she runs low to the ground, ready to touch it down for those points. Impossible to stop at that point.
Final couple of minutes here in this first half of play. Thunderbird Cup here from Lamont, Illinois. Chicago Blaze Rugby Facility. Roth will send this down to Allegheny. Mishandled that ball.
First by Green, then by White.
So we'll lock up here. Both knocked it on. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, such a huge momentum killer there. You get the points knocking on that returning kickoff. Don't know, it's very sunny out there. She's in position to catch that. Just unlucky error there. Allegheny here, their defense needs to tighten up here to not give up any points before halftime. Definitely one that she wants back.
No question about it.
Set!
Martinez, she puts in. Karthik took it out. Here they come with speed again, and off they go. Up that right sideline, weaving and getting around. What a carry and what a try there. Smiley, she's got the brace. 2 for her in the first half, and Iowa punches right back to lead at 31-5.
Smiley doesn't need much space. Tightrope walking down the sideline at full pace. So much fun to watch. Look at the burst. She's at full speed, cuts it outside. Most coaches probably losing their mind. Get away from the touchline, get away. She cuts outside, and look at this footwork to stay in bounds. Great body control, great awareness. From Kansas City, Missouri, she's a product of the University of Iowa. Second try of the day. Man, most times you expect a team to use the wide side of the field. She only needs about a 3-meter channel, and she's able to make people miss.
Oh, that was pretty stuff. The try of the match so far between these two, Iowa and Allegheny. Here's Roth, another conversion attempt up against the line. This one looks like it's got a chance, and it's good. She drills it 33-5, and that's how the first half will end, Ryan Gray. An electrifying carry from Smiley, and it's Iowa on top 33-5 here at halftime.
Tell me about your experience with RCT so far.
Well, I think my experience can be best described as really fun and community bonding because I meet so many new people playing the sport I love.
I wrestle and I play football, and there's nothing like rugby.
Yeah, everybody that I've ever met that tries rugby just comes to one practice has ended up liking it. And I asked her like what it was, and she said like full contact, like same rules, guys and girls, and I didn't believe her. And then she was like, oh, come out to our practices. And I did, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play. And then I started playing. It was really fun.
I don't know, it's just a game that I love. It's pretty fun though, I don't know, I just love everything about it.
The laid-back atmosphere of it. We all be friends on the field and off the field.
Just the bond and the vibe from everybody is nice and builds like a lot of character.
You should play it. Play rugby. That's it.
Like how we even like beat out of each other in the game, and then we like come together after, and we're just like shake hands.
Well, what do you think that is? Why is that?
I personally think it's like, it's just, we're all one community, like it's one family. You all play rugby, it's just one family.
It's a sport.
Yeah,
because if you have to have respect for the person going after you because you work hard and they have to work just as hard after you.
So you say that respect is probably the greatest value you can gain out of this game?
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
It's great. We all love each other. We all like hanging out at these tournaments.
Just meeting so many new people and getting to know them is just amazing. And meeting so many new friends is definitely...
Nah, one word is family. Like you got people like you could depend on.
Probably my favorite part of playing rugby is like I can forget any problem I'm having at school or at home or just any kind of worry or burden and just like giving my all on the field. And
we all choose to come here. We don't have to be here, you know. It's just good fun coming out on a Sunday, playing, getting all together, and just great.
All right, so yeah, I think it's the fact that we can play very hard, smack each other up, boom each other, and just eat good and talk to and laugh with each other after.
So, one thing that rugby has done for you?
It's brought up a lot of my confidence. I wasn't very confident in middle school, and I knew that if I wanted to become a better player, I would have to bring up my game, which I did, and I've just become so much like a better person to myself. I see myself in such a bigger light, and I'm honestly so much happier playing rugby.
I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would like be around here, to be honest. So I guess family.
New York Rugby Club is a great community because they put you around great people such as Alex, my coach Alex, and he teaches me more about rugby, how I can make my game better every day and elevate it to the next.
Nah, but like, you feel me? But like, I bet like you know how the hood is, so you know like it's crazy like around shooters and all that stuff. So it's just keeping me out from there, and then changing from like me got to worry about, oh, I can't walk here, instead of just changing my life and being positive and don't need to worry about anything that much.
I think people really underestimate women in sports. Like in my school, rugby, especially the girls' rugby, is really strong, and I don't think a lot of people expect that that women can have the sort of strength or like sort of drive that men can have in sports. And I mean, you can see today, like it's pretty much even. Women want to, you know, have an outlet for physical contact or something to blow off steam just as much as men do, and they're just as physical, and we're just as, I guess you can say, aggressive as men can be, and we can be just as successful on the rugby field. So I think it just helped me learn that whatever a man can do, I can do it. It's no worries. I can do exactly what they can do.
Growing up in Mississippi, my prayer was, for as long as I can remember, God, use me. Use me, use this life. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I know that there is a vision for my life that is greater than my imagination can hold. Use me, use me. What would you have me to do? And that dream, that desire, that prayer brought me somehow to television.
And she's gonna learn that this life will hit you hard in the face, wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air.
If we want to give all of our children a foundation for their dreams and opportunities worthy of their promise, if we want to give them that sense of limitless possibility, that belief that here in America, there is always something better out there if you're willing to work for it, then we must work like never before.
You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
Movements for peace when all seems lost. Together, I do believe it is part of the American mission to ensure that people everywhere, women and men alike, finally have the opportunity to live up to their own God-given potential.
It's huge. There's limitations. There's been greater limitations before my involvement, which has stopped some athletes from being able to chase their dreams and having to go and fulfill a 9-to-5 job just to live, really.
So in life, you know, there are moments when you stop and ask yourself, how did I get here? Like, why am I standing here? Girls have the power to change the world. It is a fact. There's a really, really beautiful quote that I read recently, and I think it's absolutely appropriate to explain what I'm trying to say today. The hand that rocks the cradle, the procreator, the mother of tomorrow, a woman shapes the destiny of civilization. Such is the tragic irony of fate that a beautiful creation such as a girl child is today one of the gravest concerns facing humanity.
Old Boys Rugby LLC delivers premium apparel crafted for former players.
Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fight to make every day. No two are the same. I wanna be like, I wanna be like.
started playing rugby, I was just a cheerleader for my high school, and I was very shy, nervous, and being around teammates. Rugby is a very accepting sport. I wasn't embarrassed about my body or anything. People really welcome you and actually like take your strengths and weaknesses and work with you.
Downtown Chicago, Illinois, on a beautiful Friday afternoon. We're outside of downtown Chicago, out in Lamont, at the Chicago Blaze Rugby facility. Ben Holden along with Ryan Gray on the call of this match. We've also got a Women's Cup semi coming up, and then a Men's Cup match as well. And Ryan, this first half, it started slow, but man, did Iowa ever find its form, and they piled up the tries.
Definitely. When you're looking at these select sides, you're looking for which team can find that continuity first. Iowa finding their hands in the back line. You can see Morgan Roth. She has been coming back from injury and running at full pace, finding the try zone, hitting the kicks from the sideline. Another line break here from her as well. The power, the agility, and the finishing touch. And then also Smiley from the University of Iowa on the wing. She's been crushing it for Iowa with 2 tries. But Allegheny fighting back right before halftime, doing a great job there from Madison Moeller from St. Bonaventure with that pick and go, the short crash ball. And then again, Smiley, number 14 here, dotting it down. Maybe one of the most exciting tries I've seen in a while. Give her 3 meters of space side to side. She can make somebody miss. I'm expecting Allegheny, look for them to challenge again at the breakdown in the middle of the field. Iowa, they want to spin it wide and keep this run and gun rugby.
Yeah, all smiles, dare I say, for Iowa. Smiley, great. That thing was tight-roped up that touch line. She did a great job on keeping her feet. You used the word in many of the words you mentioned as we're underway. Iowa in the white kits with the black shorts, Allegheny in the green kits. But the word awareness was the first one that came to mind for me, Ryan. Just amazing awareness. She knew where she was. She was not concerned one bit. And her side right now up by 28 points in this match. Again, this is the Women's Plate semifinal match. We'll have the Women's Cup semi coming up between Chicago Area Rugby Football Union and Indiana. That'll be next for Ryan and I at the top of the next hour. And then we'll have a Men's Cup matchup between Allegheny and Minnesota. That'll close out our broadcast day. And again, Next Level Rugby, Ryan Ginty and all of his crew doing a terrific job as always. They'll have all kinds of action for you. There's another pitch they're going to get going on in Lamont here this afternoon. You can watch those on the YouTube channel and also on Saturday and Sunday. And Ryan's going to be a big part of the broadcast as well throughout the weekend. So excited to be a part of it today with you, Ryan.
Yeah, looking forward to it. This is one of my favorite tournaments you see here at the end of the spring season. Men's clubs, women's clubs, college clubs, they end that spring season, they end nationals, and now we see all 8 unions get together to see which union reigns supreme and who's going to make those Thunderbird rosters and have chance for high-performance rugby. Love to see it. So many different storylines at play here.
Yeah, good stuff. Indeed, Allegheny here. Going to work, the put in for them. Not a lot of reserves for this Allegheny side. They're short on bodies, but in getting that try, as Ryan mentioned, basically in the final minute of the match, got themselves on the board. A lot of work to do. And this Iowa side with Roth and Smiley and Sherman, they've really done the damage, the heavy damage so far in this match. There's a good attempt there to offload the ball, and they do. That's a terrific play. Another one up this near sideline, and off they go. This is Gardner now, and she goes down in a heap on the touchline. It'll be turned over.
Yeah, great awareness there. Great offload, and you see the support. 3 runners all in one movement forward, finding that space. I like to see the forwards working with the back line. That's where that offload happened from the hook to the wing. Just gets caught from behind and dragged into touch, but a great piece of possession and a great piece of territory to really force Iowa to get to work here now as they're over about 90 meters away, 80 meters away from the try line.
Yeah, I love that chase down. I didn't get the number there. That was a great job by the Iowa player that came back. You heard our referee there, wireless microphone on him. Not straight in the throw there. So Allegheny, they're going to get a chance here to chip away at this 28-point deficit.
Yeah, very lucky there. You know, the not straight, very close. But now Allegheny, now they've got their sights set on that try line. And if they can continue to go work and grind it out in the middle of the field, I think they're going to come away with some points here. I look for them to get it out wide and then cut back inside after that first backline play.
Yep, and to your point, a good look there in that last shot we had of the alignment.
Set!
Taken out on that smoothly executed put in there. Now Allegheny. Weston with a carry. Now they get it free, and they're going to break free, and they'll get home and get another try down. Their second in the match here in the 44th minute.
Great take there from Allegheny. Hey, you don't need to cut it back inside when the space is on the outside. Great job. There's a little bit of chaos there. You see a great structure in the scrum. No pressure from Iowa. Allegheny has a nice 8-man pick going out wide. Ball hits the turf, but then in that chaos, the defense from Iowa has a wide open gap as they can't reset, and Allegheny making the most of it. So a good hard run here, and just a one-handed little offload to space, runs through the tackle, a nice little fend, breaks away, dots it down, and this is exactly what this team needs to start chipping away. Every single point matters as they have about 35 minutes to go here in this first half.
So Sisson with a try there on a terrific offload. The try assist going to Weston. And it stays at 33-10 here. Iowa on top early on in half two. Another look here, Ryan.
Again, got lucky there. There was no obstruction called. Kind of ran around a teammate, but man, what a beautiful offload. And the support is there. The eyes are up, and they are looking to be on the attack. I feel like in this second half, I'm seeing a different level of confidence from this Allegheny team. I think that's going to really make an exciting second half as they're playing with some fun. They're playing with some pride here. All smiles.
Yeah, Nia Sisson with that try there, and she's one of their locks and showing some good athleticism out there in space. So this ball will be Iowa ball here with a 23-point lead now. I beg your pardon, it's going to be a scrum for Allegheny.
Yeah, ball couldn't find 10 there, so we'll go back to the center here. Allegheny's scrum has been impressive all day.
Certainly plenty of time. Down a sizable margin here.
Bind. Set. No more white, no more. No, you got to be.
In control there on that scrum, and they put it into the hands there of Weston. Now this ball is down on the floor, picked up. Just gaining halfway is Allegheny here, right at the line. Try score in the first half. That's Moeller. Penalty against Iowa.
Number 8, Lisbeth. We can't have this. Penalties against you. Leave the ball, okay? I'm moving it another 10 for that. Okay. Thank you, sir. Kai.
There's the verdict, Ryan.
Yeah, Iowa, they've been really challenging the referee in the second half with the offside line, really trying to push it and meet this team at the gain line. Referee lets them know, but also you can't just drop that ball down like that. That's another 10 free meters. Iowa can't be giving away 20 meters in a single penalty. They really need to kind of turn that focus back on.
Allegheny with another great opportunity here. This is Hummel. Number 7, the flanker for Allegheny. She had that carry. Picked up from the back. They'll use some power and some strength here.
Retreat, retreat, retreat.
Call against Iowa. Now right out of it, quickly on the restart. This is Nentars with a carry. Nentar's got that ball onto a teammate there and dragging defenders down to the 5.
Easy.
But look how easily Allegheny is moving the ball with their pick and goes and challenging in those tight pods. You love to see it. Just held up here. Great job by Iowa in this tackle. They just put their bodies underneath it so they can't touch it down. So we'll be at that goal line drop. Great effort from Iowa to stop it. But Allegheny, I'm really impressed with this pick and go offense, and Iowa can't find an answer for it.
Yeah, they've come out with some different focus and different mojo here in this second half. This is Moeller off that goal line dropout, and Moeller, good go forward from her. Down to the floor she goes.
Advantage, too slow.
There you heard our referee. Gardner worked it to the left. Back inside. Another good, strong carry here.
No penalty advantage, Green.
Tackle made by Heinrichs there for Iowa, but here comes Allegheny. Trying to get it back there to Nentars. We're going to come back and reset over here. The call against Iowa.
Yeah, referee very clear on his expectations, not rolling away fast enough. Iowa trying to slow things down, calls the penalty for it. And again, Allegheny now, you notice that last phase, they're trying to get it out wide. I still think their bread and butter is right up the middle. So let's see what they do here. You can see some gaps on the right side. Iowa expecting them to go just off to the right side of the post. It looks like they have the numbers advantage to the right.
Yeah, the power up the middle, to your point, has worked, and they've had plenty of it here from Moeller. Moeller looking for her second in the match, about 2 meters shy. Look left, play it left.
Release wide.
More power, couple meters away. Laid back. Now played back. Gardner. Nentars with it. She'll work it. Maybe should have kept that ball and cut towards the line. Tried to play it out for Gardner.
15's got to roll. Time is off. You hold the please. Lisbeth, one trip down here, 3 penalties, next one's in the bin. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Hold it.
The law has been laid down, as I like to say, Ryan.
Yeah, again, very clear. Next penalty on Iowa, it's going to be a card. They really have to clean things up. Feels like they're getting a little desperate here as Allegheny is just punching them right in the mouth.
Here they come again, trying to deliver another punch. They're short, though. Referee right there where he should be, but they cannot stop him. They cannot hold him out. And Allegheny comes through with another try here. They get it to 33-15 now in the 50th.
I think every player from Iowa knew exactly what was coming, but they don't know how to stop it. And you can see it's wearing down this Iowa defense. What a fantastic take here. And they're doing a great job, Allegheny, maintaining possession. And you see every single time there's a ball carrier, 3 to 4 players in support. So there's no chance of them turning ball over, losing ball in a breakdown. And you're seeing Iowa commit these penalties. Allegheny is really frustrating this Iowa team. I love to see Allegheny, you know, if it's working, stick with it. And I think we're going to see more of the same.
Big kick here from right in front for Kyla Nentars. And she pushed it a little bit left, and she knew that one. She missed it. You could see her reaction. Here's another look back at the second try here in the half from Allegheny.
Yeah, and you see the player from Allegheny, Maya Tejera, she is standing over the ball. There's no ruck set yet. She realizes, hey, I can just pick. There's a space right here. Great heads-up play there. It can get real chaotic in that breakdown. Bodies everywhere. She kept her focus, saw the space. Great heads-up play to give her team another 5. But with these conversions being missed, Allegheny, they're still down 16 here. They need some help.
They've got it back. It's in the hands of Moeller. They've scored 3 of the last 4 tries going back to the second or the first half. The end of the first half has Allegheny. But they'll turn it over. The knock-on call there, the indication made.
Yeah, it felt like things were flowing nice, but you notice the tackler from Iowa, her arm, as it's wrapped up, just enough to hit it with her elbow, causes a bad pass, and that's going to be a scrum to Iowa. Great body position there to create that knock-on. And for Allegheny, maintain possession. That's going to be key here.
Both of you, shoulders no higher than hips.
And Iowa really hasn't had much of it here in the first 10 and a half minutes of the half. It's been all Allegheny.
16, same thing. Last warning, square up, please. Crouch.
Instructions being made to the front rows here by our lead referee.
Set.
Martinez puts in, but she does not take it out. It's carried out by their number 8. Good ball put right into the hands there of Murphy. Murphy, a couple of big moments from her in the first half. Murphy inside of the 22. Martinez plays it out. Here they go to work now. Down on the floor, gathered into the hands of Alyssa Bird.
Tackler, away.
Yep. Got to get back 10 here, and now a restart coming up here. Quick one for Iowa. On the hop, went into the hands there of Hastings. Went backwards. Iowa gaining a little bit more territory here.
Penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage here for Iowa, you heard, and we'll come and have the restart here coming up. Tap and go on the restart. Roth looking for the hat trick. Roth in there. And it's held up. Allegheny keeps her from getting said hat trick.
Goal line.
Oh, and what a quick tap here. You know, at select sides, you're playing for your team, but also there's a little bit of, hey, I see my moment. I see a gap. I'm going to tap. I'm going to go quick. And right here, you can see they turn her body just enough to hold that up. Makes it impossible for her to touch it down. Goal line drop. But I think, you know, in these select side moments, you see a lot more people take a few chances on their own, just like this. And what a take for a try, Ben.
That's Karthik, and that's the second time it's been a really short kick by Allegheny. They had one of those in the first half, and Karthik makes them pay here, Ryan.
Yeah, she sees her space, and we're just going forward. Great hard running, and Allegheny doesn't have an answer for this. Need to drop that height lower, get those shoulders onto the thighs to make that tackle. And Karthik, great, powerful running. And again, on those goal line drop situations, everyone's kind of out of sorts, and you're not with your regular team. You might not have a play call on, so she just does the best thing possible. Just run as hard as you can forward, and good things happen.
Yep. Well said. And she did just that. She's done that throughout the match. So here's Hannah Roth, again, coming back from a knee injury, the rehab, and she has looked absolutely brilliant in this match, whether it's been scoring or doing what you just said there, Ryan, striking the ball in those conversions. Another one good for her.
Yeah, the University of Northern Iowa, they're so happy to have her because she can do everything, offense, defense, kicking. But again, look at this run, this previous try. You see the defenders, almost looks like they want no part of making that tackle. And if I saw her running full speed at me, I might throw an arm out there as well, because that is one hard number 8 to bring down to ground.
Right at four defenders. Yeah, right at 4 defenders. Not a ounce of fear there. You love to see that. And a terrific job of capping that off by Sophia Karthik. So just when Allegheny was as close as they've been the entire match since halftime, they scored 2 straight in the 44th and 50th. Iowa counters with that one in the 53rd, and they've got it back from their own 22 here. A good carry there on the return there. But back there by Wilkeson. Trying to make the tackle, unable to do so. Still going, ball offloaded. Nice work done. That was Turchi with the carry, the initial carry, 18 to Larson.
10, you need a minute?
And from the reserves for this Iowa side.
That's fly
So it looks
half.
like, yep.
Emma
Go ahead, Ron.
Hastings is down there. And, you know, you said it earlier, Iowa has barely been on offense in the second half, and they've been making the most of their touches. This last possession did end with a knock-on, and just unlucky there. You can see the bodies just kind of wrapped up awkwardly on that ankle or knee, and that's where that injury took place there. But Iowa, not many touches so far in the second half, but they've made the most of it, as you can see the trainer here working on that ankle. Hopefully everything's all right, because that offense has really been cooking when it moves through Hastings. She's doing a great job leading this backline and putting them in a great position to catch that ball in the front foot.
Yeah, she's been a key driving force for the side, the U23 side for Iowa. They led in big form and fashion 33-5 at halftime. After Smiley tiptoed up the far touchline for a second try in the match, but Allegheny with a 44th and 50th minute try before Iowa countered, and Hastings going to have to come out of the match here. See her not putting much weight on that left ankle.
Yeah, again, just as she's breaking through that line, just those bodies kind of get awkwardly wrapped up and land on that ankle. And, you know, just unlucky there. Hopefully put some ice on it. Trainer take care of it, and hopefully we can see her back tomorrow. Walking off on her own weight there.
Yeah, one of many Northern Iowa Panthers on this Iowa side. So we'll scrum here. Time will come back on, is back on here in the 55th minute.
Set!
Clean operation there for Allegheny. Can they make something happen? The great speed coming up on the ball there. Getting in there quickly was Wilkeson for Iowa. Line set, good look at it for Iowa. They play this one out, and they turn it over, an unforced error that'll go over.
It's knocked on into touch. You scrum here, line out about the same.
To Iowa.
Yeah, and electing for the scrum here.
Scrum chosen.
You're going to look for them to get that ball out quick, probably with an 8 pick, and then getting it out to that back line at full pace, really trying to use the entire width of the field and create those mismatches in the back line here. Definitely a huge missed opportunity for Allegheny, and for Iowa, they can really look to solidify this lead here in the second half.
25 points it is. 4-possession match with conversions.
Bind.
The deficit facing Allegheny in the green and black kits.
Set.
And the penalty there on the scrum wheeling there, and a quick tap, and they're off and running.
Look out, it's Karthik again. Just using that size and that strength and that power, and she picked up nearly 20 meters on that. Iowa offloading the ball, still working through the phases. Roth plays it out there. They got help. They deliver it right on the money. Near the line, offloaded back again into the try zone, and this one held up. So it'll be another goal line dropout here. Iowa will await the kick.
It's the third try in the match we've seen held up. Great effort from both of these defenses. But look at the support here from Iowa. Great job following that ball carrier and putting yourself in a position to catch the ball and keep moving forward. That's what's really going to be the difference as they're trying to look ahead to the rest of this match and their next match, finding that continuity quickly and getting it into hands and space.
Yeah, this is a semifinal matchup. How about those fancy feet from Smiley? She's looking for a hat trick. Her and teammate Hannah Roth each with 2 tries in the match in the first half. Turned over, though, Allegheny now. Down 25, looking to
backwards.
Put together a good passage here. This one backwards, though. Battle for it down on the floor. Iowa comes up with it, comes away with it. Henning's got it in there for the Iowa side. Shiloh Steven comes in there. She played that ball free. She got it into the hands of Turchi. A couple of carries for her since coming in from the reserves here in half 2. On the bounce here is the attempt at the hat trick once again for Hannah Roth, but she's stopped short of the line. They'll work it outside. Smiley, dangerous feet. We've seen that. Look at that move. Great ball played off, and they get home. A try assist for Smiley to go with 2 tries. And Iowa makes it a 30-point lead. It's 45-15.
That's what's great about having so many scoring options and so many attacking threats in your back line. You see Morgan Roth with a nice take. She goes to ground, getting that ball out wide to Smiley. And look at this fend, taking the defender almost to the ground, keeping her feet. And you see on the left side, she has 2 players in support. Great positioning there from Carolina Martinez. Great heads-up play to just be patient, and that ball comes back for an easy try. And again, when you have to put so much focus on Roth and Smiley, it opens up for little sneaky tries like that. And that's why you always want to follow and support, right? You can come away with one of those.
Yeah.
Great job from Iowa to set that up for the easy try.
Yeah, that was exciting stuff, even though she didn't score. That play she made with the feet, I'm sure we'll get another look as the kick is good, and it's 47-15 now. But the play that Smiley made, here it is. just to make that move, Ryan, was pretty spectacular right here.
Yeah, we saw the goose step earlier, and again, another step with a fend, and then using her body to position herself between her teammate and the defender, and that almost created enough space for her to take the hit and open up that backside there for her teammate to score. And Roth, with that kick, if I'm not mistaken, she is now 6 for 7 on conversions. Is that 7th try for Iowa there? Great work out of her.
Yeah, she's been absolutely outstanding in this match, coming back from the knee injury. You shared that with us at the start of the match, and she has come back emphatically and put on quite a show with all those kicks, the 6 kicks she's made. The only miss was the penalty kick, correct? Back in the 12th is what I have.
Right, and then there's the one conversion on the left side.
Yep.
On the sideline there.
That's
so
right.
Great outing so far.
Yep.
But Allegheny now looking to find that power.
Yep, they get a short pitch to work with. This is Maya Tejera, number 13, one of their 2 centers. This was a 33-15 match after 2 Allegheny tries to begin the half, but Iowa scored in the 53rd and the 59th, and here goes Allegheny rumbling down the pitch once again. They have moved it a lot better in the second half than the first half. There's an offload. They find it into the hands there of Hillman. Down on the floor, off the bounce. And
17, please.
Yep. Miscue by Allegheny again, costing them a possession here, it looks like,
One
deep
last time we
inside.
were down here. Now we're down here again. It's another penalty. Yellow card, repeat infringement.
Wow.
In my pocket somewhere.
In my pocket somewhere.
Yeah, just.
So I stand corrected. That's a call. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry,
Ryan.
Ben. I was going to say that held over from the last time. He said next time there's a penalty down here, it's a card, and he's holding to it. Unlucky there, but he warned him. And like you said, communication has been very clear. Love to be able to hear the referee. And now we're seeing a penalty here. Huge opportunity if Allegheny wants to chip away and have a chance at this.
Yeah, the yellow on Finley Larson. She trots off in the 61st. So Allegheny near the line again, reaching, extending. Still not there yet. But they turn it over right there, not releasing in time. That indeed a costing mistake. And look out, here goes Roth. Roth gets around a couple. Now trying to split through a couple. Down to the floor she goes. Anna Roth, dazzling show here so far in this day. And there's Turchi again with another big, heavy carry from her. Iowa down a player. The ball turned over. Winning that battle there. That breakdown was Allegheny. Alexandra Gardner. Winger with the carry. Now Allegheny, can they cash in here playing a player up here for another about 8.5 minutes here? We shall see. Trying to break. Turchi on the tackle there, drags down the Allegheny ball carrier. Iowa wanting help out on that right side. Directing traffic out there.
Okay. Playing advantage.
Weston tried to play it out. Advantage being played here for Allegheny.
And you saw it. Iowa knew that they were outmatched on the outside. They're screaming for help. Allegheny not able to take advantage of it, and it leads to the knock-on. And again, taking in those 2 defenders and great positioning there from Smiley to cut off that offensive option. Scrum to Iowa.
Smiley doing it all over the place, right? I mean, scoring tries, getting try assists, making good defensive plays when her side's down a player. Just another great example of another solid performance from Iowa. Her and Roth have been big stars for them today.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Yeah, you're down a player at wing. You got to play like you're 2 people, right?
Yep, exactly. Iowa trying to cash in, down a player here. Another good carry there. Many in the match from Wilkeson here. Ella Wilkeson, the lock, number 5. But it's mishandled, knocked on. It'll go over to Allegheny here.
Thank you, Dan. Good comms.
Yeah, just a pass a little too high there. Iowa, they want to be run and gun, but they don't really have to right now. And with a lower number of subs on the bench, I would expect them to maybe play a little more conservative here. And you can see a little miscue there from Iowa, but still able to break line with that hard run. You're going to see that on these select sides. And then a good effort there from Allegheny, and that forces the high pass, that pressure in the breakdown.
Trying to get it to Turchi there, who's been a menace, and I mean that with all respect, carrying the ball. Her and Karthik have been outstanding in that department. There's another big tackle turned in. That was Karthik on that tackle there, flinging the ball carrier down to the floor. Allegheny with a player-up situation. They find their tight head prop. That's Moeller. Moeller's had some really good carries, including a try in the 36th minute. Right at him again. Turchi, another tackle.
Missed the ball.
Waiting for it there is Weston. Weston gets it, plays it on to Sisson. Now Weston back with it. Played free from the base, trying to slip through, and they'll do so. They'll get at least one try. They'll try to get this thing centered up as close to the middle of the post as they can, and they get it down to make it 47-20 here in the 66th minute.
Yeah, great job to find that space on the outside. You've got the player advantage. You got to find where that space is. And a great job. They're finding continuity, maybe a little too late, but great to build off of for their next game. But you can see here that Iowa defense, when you're on defense for that long, the fatigue sets in. They find the space on the outside. Great job to pick up that pace when you see the defense is kind of trotting along, trying to get back in position, and a great individual effort there to shake off a would-be tackler and then trying to center this as best she can for her teammate. Great job there from number 20, Kyla.
Yeah, Murphy went down to try to make the tackle, unable to do so, and they're able to get home. Up a player.
What do you got there, Dan?
And it's a 47-20 count here. So about halfway through the yellow, it came in the 61st minute for Iowa.
Yeah. So
Allegheny into position as we get another look back at the try from Allegheny.
And again, running through that tackle. Great effort there and great support from the wing as well, just in case it's needed. You like to see that. And again, dotting it down as close as she could to try to center that up. But conversions have been hard to come by today for Allegheny as they've gone 0 for 4. And that's kind of created a little bit of difference as well, as Iowa's been 6 for 7. That's a big swing when you look at the two teams compared.
Yeah, sure is. 47. They make the kicks, you're looking at 47-28. You're looking at a 3-possession match at this point.
Right. Yeah, can't discount those, and it makes this game feel a lot wider than it could have been. But, again, outstanding effort there from Morgan Roth to hit those from the sideline. Those have been just a masterclass on kicking from the touchline.
Huge. Absolutely huge, and it's a lonely feeling. And the sin bin over there, that yellow card in the 61st minute on Finley Larson. So here's
Not
another
quite
opportunity.
The doghouse sin bin from the Chicago Hounds, but the umbrella background.
Yeah. One of the all-time great marketing ideas in the history of any sport. Any sport. I've sat in that thing, not in a match, but I've sat in it being in the stadium. It's kind of cool. Great job by the Hounds, and we're outside of Chicago, and glad you brought them up. What a season they're having, trying to go all the way through the regular season in Major League Rugby clean. They're 8-0, and they've been an absolute wagon all year. No one's really come close to beating them.
Very fun team to watch, and very fun to see a quick pick and go here for Allegheny.
Yep, here they come. Allegheny off and running. That's Hummel that had the ball, number 7, down on the floor. Getting down to get on top of it there is Murphy for Iowa. As we're coming up on About 8 minutes gone in the yellow card on Iowa. Not much damage has been done. Just the one try that Allegheny just got a couple of minutes ago. Back in the 66th has been it since that 61st minute yellow card that was issued to Iowa. Pick from the back, flung back by Allegheny. Remember, they're playing a player up here. Iowa doing a great job on that far side to take any potential channels away. But it's a call against Iowa here.
And another quick tap. They're off and running. Iowa wasn't ready.
They're off and running. You're right. They're not ready at all. And Allegheny will take one home. They'll get that down just inside of the right post there to make it 47-25. So Allegheny, plenty of fight left in them here, Ryan. There's plenty of time left in the match as they're able to get home there. And it looks like Hillman took that one in.
Yeah, you see all the numbers of the defenders. Their backs are to you. Hey, I'm going to quick tap and go. There's a wide open gap. Great heads-up play there. And again, this is a select side tournament. There's looks for that spot on the Midwest Thunderbirds. Great heads-up play there. You got to make the most of every single minute in this match. And with a conversion here, they're down 20. 3 tries, they're right back in this.
Yep, 3-possession match if they can get this kick to go. And a good job by Hillman to get in there and get that thing as close as she could. And she'll take the conversion. So she gets full boat, all 7. And now it's 47-27.
So they can score quickly, but do they have enough time here? Again, if I was going to give them plays like this, definitely they're going to score at will. They can score from anywhere. Great heads-up play there from Tatum, Hillman. But again, with 10 minutes to go, 3 tries and conversions, it's a tall task, but there's a lot of fight left in this Allegheny squad.
It's a big ask indeed, but it can be done. We'll see if it can get going for him here as Ross sends it down. This one goes 10. A couple kicks here in the second half have had trouble getting 10. Here's Moeller with the take and the carry back, about a 6-meter return on the carry from Moeller.
Away 13.
Roth getting in there. You heard the referee saying away 13. That was Roth in there on that tackle for Iowa.
Your player pinned her in.
Got to be close, or maybe we're done because the Iowa player, that card is served. I see 17. That's Larson back on the pitch. So the yellow card is over. Great ball delivered. Allegheny, though, wrestled down. That's Stapleton with the tackle there, the loose end prop for Iowa.
Thank you, Olga. Penalty here.
Prop on a wing, not a matchup you want on defense, but she does a great job making the tackle, but a high tackle penalty here.
Yep. Yeah, I had to do a double take there, Ryan. I was like, wait, a loose head prop all the way over there, but she made a great job and great work to get over there.
The problem's not in the 22, it's all the way to halfway anytime you're in defense. Next one's a problem.
Okay. Can you watch for the
Next one's a problem.
This conversation's over.
I love the refs in this sport, man.
Clear and concise.
Yep, I love that. I love that about this sport. At every level I work it. It's awesome. Great stuff from our referee. And tip of the cap to the referee crews that are working. Here's that last sequence.
So again, that prop on the wing, she goes high. It is a high tackle. Got to lower that down there.
Yep. Aurora Stapleton there, the UNI Panther, the call against her. So line out here. Coming up here for Allegheny, down 20.
Green, come in, please, a little bit. Let's play that.
Final 7 minutes here. Big throw here for Kyla Nentars, but it goes off the mark. Iowa comes down, but it's taken away. Allegheny getting that ball free. Looked like Maya Tejera.
You have to come through from the backside of the ruck.
But she had a no-no in there, and it's going to be Iowa's ball here.
Both teams kind of losing a little discipline here late as fatigue is setting in. And you see the captain there. Hannah Roth comes in, elects for the scrum. So that line out going over the top there. Just a little messy, and you can see as she's getting up, trying to make something happen for her team, ends up in a penalty there. Just trying to do a little too much.
Yep.
Space until set. Hold your weight, White.
And you're seeing more and more teams elect for a scrum out of a penalty because they like that chess match, setting up their backline the way they want it. And this kills a lot of time for Iowa as well.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing. They certainly want to use that clock up 20, 3-possession match. And a much better showing in half number 2. 3 tries. Beg your pardon, 4 tries from Allegheny in the second half. And we're down in this thing 33-5 at halftime. So they've shown a lot of grit and a lot of fight. And they got another good opportunity here, just over halfway with a line out for them.
Again, I'm surprised Iowa goes weak side here when they have such scoring threats on that left side and all the space on the left side and a hard run there from Iowa, but just dragged into touch. She's not able to offload it quick enough. Great body position there from Allegheny.
Playing on.
Let the throw go. Did not look straight to me, but referee says we're good. Moeller had the take there, and here's Allegheny going to work through the phase. Good decision not to make that pass there from Hummel. Now Allegheny, big thunderous run there. The big shot taken by Larson for Iowa. Lower right there, another look at that big collision there. That's a huge hit.
Yeah, Allegheny lucky the ball went backwards. They continue on.
Yeah, Moeller mishandled it. Picked up and off and running goes the scrum half for Iowa. Carolina Martinez. She will touch down her second try in this second half.
Just a heads-up play there from your scrum half. You see the ball, you see a gap, and you take that speed. Scrum halves are known for being scrappy and having a lot of agility, a lot of burst. So she sees her opportunity here. Great job, the one counter rucker. Just creating some pressure, and you can see here the defense is lined up. Moeller not ready for that. The defense is behind the gain line, and just pick up the ball, run straight. Quickest way to score, straight line. She gets it done.
The speedster taking it back. Done a really good job at that 9 position for him today with those tries here in the half. 59th and now 76th minute for her. She's done a really good job of directing them around. As you said, Ryan, a group of select players. So these teams put together, it's not like they're playing together all year. Certainly, a lot of them, most of them are in college, as we've talked about, and that conversion is good. And another look back.
Yeah, you see that defense really applying that pressure, and that pass was just high enough, hits the ground, and she's ready for it. She's anticipating that we're going to create a turnover here, and her eyes are set on that try line to really put this thing away for her squad. And just a fun player to watch where you set up your teammates, there's going to be times they set you up as well. And just like that, sometimes you make it happen yourself. You're in the right spot. Good heads-up play there.
Beautifully done. So inside the final 3 minutes of this match, and it's all Iowa after Allegheny certainly has shown something. They've come out, played a strong second half, 4 tries. Got it to 33-15, but really have been unable to sustain anything. And Iowa coming together and coming at them again. Another good carry. Offload there. Well done. Iowa into the 22-meter. This is another opportunity to score, and they'll do just that. Put down there by Shiloh Stephen.
Great support there from Shiloh Stephen, waiting for her opportunity. This is the style of play that this Iowa team wants to play, the run and rugby. You see the wing here. She's taking it. That's Grace Papson from the University of Iowa. A great offload, and that's a lock there in that 5-meter channel. Yep. That's going to be Ella Wilkeson, and then a great offload to Shiloh Stevenson. She is a member of the Quad Cities senior women's team, so playing for this U23 team. She's one of those few players that's playing for a women's club right now. Quad Cities, great to have her, making her mark in this tournament. And again, just the patience, the support. You love to see this play, especially at this level. And that's going to allow Iowa to put points on in bunches as they look ahead.
And they look ahead, and now they can look at a victory, as that is it. The match comes to an end on that. And Iowa with a 33-5 halftime lead, and they go on to put up north of 60 in this match, Ryan. They did it in a variety of different ways today.
Got the hands going, running rugby from Iowa. Look forward to more of it this weekend. Allegheny, though, they have another match as well. Powerful rugby from them.
Indeed. For Ryan Gray, Ryan Ginty, our producer, director, and all of our Next Level Rugby crew, couldn't do what we do without them. Appreciate their work and all their efforts here. We're not done. We'll see you at the top of the hour. More rugby coming up from Lamont, Illinois. Big win. Iowa takes care of Allegheny in this one.